Guess what I got, guys? You'll be so proud. I got a ruler. But I forgot to take the price tag off. So hold on a second. That's kind of embarrassing. It's my favorite color. Well, almost. It's not all orange, but it's close enough. Okay. So number 12, we are going to do more crooked lines for Miss Crazy. 2 parallel lines. And then we have, oh, transversal goes this way. Transversal, okay. So if you can see those, all right, go big. Okay, so, oops, I increased my thing a little. All right, so we have number 12 is 10, there's arrows here too. X plus 5. And 135. Who can tell me what kind of angles you guys are? And you have to put it in the chat or say it out loud because I can't. You have to say it in the chat to everybody because I can only see my one chat. I can't see the other. So what kind of angles are these? Are these congruent or supplementary? Anybody?
They are supplementary.
Very good. So I'm going to add them together, okay, and make them equal to 180, okay, because it's a straight line. And now remember, for up to 12, 5 through 12, we're solving for x. 13 and 14, you're solving for the angle. So you have to do one more step on those. So make sure you pay attention. All right, I want to combine my like terms. Okay, so 10x is going to come down. I'm going to add 5 to 135, which is 140. And then I'm going to split my thing here. I need to do what next? I'm always tempted to solve it for you guys. You need to tell me what to do next.
You subtract 140 to both sides.
Very good. Good job, you guys. Okay, so I'm going to subtract 140 from both sides, leaving 10x. Okay, and then 0 minus 0 is 0. This is a 0. 8 minus 4 is 4, and 1 minus 1 is 1. Now what do I do?
Divide 10 to 40.
That's right. I'm going to divide both sides by 10, and x equals what?
4.
Yeah, exactly. And because it's only asking me to solve for x, I am done on this one.
That's the answer.
Yeah. Now, 13 and 14, they ask you to solve for the angle. So you gave them the odd answers. I didn't look. Did you give them the odd?
Way in the bottom, they should be there.
Yeah. Okay. So I will do, because you have the answer to 13, I'll do 14 to then show you how to do that. Okay. So let me, whoops, there we go. Eek. Okay. There's 10, 12. I'll give you a minute to either screenshot that or copy it.
By the
And
way,
then I'll go,
you have a screenshot using your Chromebook.
I don't know how to do that.
Okay, if they push shift and then the key that's above
6, right?
4.
Oh, 4.
Shift 4.
We're above 4 is the refresh. Is it 5, which is the screenshot?
No, it's 4. Control shift and then the number above the key above 4.
Oh, okay.
No, it's not letting me do it.
Mine's different. I think mine is, let's see, control shift. Let me try mine. I don't know how to do it.
Well, control shift the number above the oh, the problem is that I'm looking at the my laptop, not the okay.
Yeah.
Control shift and the number above the 6.
Oh, okay. So control shift.
To select yes what you want. If you do Control Shift 5, it takes up
Oh,
the whole screen.
gotcha. Okay.
That's why it's getting confusing because I was looking at my Chromebook, at my laptop, not the Chromebook.
Okay, so there's that, you guys. It'll also be on video. So let me move on to number 14, because you don't have the answer to that one to try it and double check yourself. So 14, and this time we have 3 lines. So we have line 1, line 2, and line 3, and then we have almost a straight down transversal. Okay, put my little arrows. Oops, can't make arrows today. Okay, now again, what I didn't add to 12, I should. These little arrows here, when you have these, they're red, I'll put them in blue. When you have these blue or red arrows like this, they're telling you that all 3 lines are parallel. And that's huge because then you can follow the rules. Does that make sense? If they're not parallel, then those rules they can't apply. It just doesn't work. Okay, so here you have 11x minus 8, and here you have 10x. Now, it said to do the one in bold. Well, this is the one in bold. So that's the angle we're going for. Now, what kind of angles are these two? Who can tell me what kind of angles are they? Anybody? Are they equal to each other, congruent, or supplementary?
Yeah, heard equal.
I didn't hear what they said.
I heard equal.
Okay, yeah, they are. They're congruent. So that means you make them equal to each other. So you'll take 11x minus 8 equals 10x. Okay, now you need to solve for x first, but then there's one more step. So we need to get the x's on one side. So what should I do? Anybody?
Subtract 11x on both sides.
Perfect. So subtract 11x from both sides. I bring down the negative 8. 10x minus 11x actually gives me negative x. That's okay. Now, can x be negative?
No,
Yes.
the x has to be by itself.
So I have to divide by negative 1 because x can't be negative. So when that happens, I now have that 8 equals x. Now, in the other problems, I would be done, but on this one, I'm supposed to find the value of this angle. So now I have to say to myself, okay, 10x, I don't know what that equals, question mark. I have to replace x with 8, and 10 times 8 is 80, and you want degrees. So make sure you put that. Otherwise, we could be talking about elephants, and that's a lot of elephants. I'm just saying.
Tracy,
Yes,
can you put the paper and have them practice taking a picture of their screen?
yes. So there's that. Don't take from the last one.
Push,
And try and take a screenshot.
yeah, Control Shift, Control Shift 5 for the whole thing, and you're gonna take a picture of the whole screen. Did it work for you guys? Remember, answer or say it out loud or text yes, no. I got a yes. Okay, let's move on and later on we can experiment with that. Tracy,
Yes.
somebody text if you can set up number 8.
Okay. I can set up number 8, then you guys have to try and do it. Okay, number 8. Number 8? Okay. All right, I'm gonna separate this. All right, number 8. He just wants me to practice with my new ruler. It's all good. All right. No guarantees my ruler will make my line straight, but I'm doing my best. All right, here we go. And put that off to the side. Okay, now we have, oh yeah, this is important. When my pen works, I love it. When it does this stupid, gets stuck, it makes me mad. All right, well, I'll have to do with this pen. Okay, so this is important because what does this tell us? The lines are, and it might have double arrows or one arrow, but either way, that's what's happening, is it's telling you they're what? You have to tell me. What are my lines here? Come on, somebody tell me. Oh, you might be typing in the chat and I don't know it because I'm looking at my screen.
Are they alternate interior? Maybe?
Yes, which means these angles are alternate interior. Perfect. What kind of lines are these though? That tell us those could be alternate interior.
Tracy?
Yes.
Your drawing is correct, but I'm afraid the numbers you put in there.
Oh, I did the wrong thing. See, this is why I have white. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
My dyslexia causes me to also shift on problems, so I don't always write the right stuff. So you gotta watch me. You gotta really watch me. Sorry.
The first one you erase.
Okay. There you go. This is 10x. I knew that. Negative 5
X plus
plus 11x. Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, these little arrows tell us they're parallel, which makes these alternate interior. And alternate interior angles are what? Are they congruent or supplemental?
Remember, say the answer out loud or text it.
Right.
They're congruent.
Very good. So how I set this up is I'm going to say 10x equals negative 5 plus 11x. And now you're just solving for x, which you guys know how to do.
Yeah, you should also solve it. So that's what you set up number 8.
I'm sorry, I missed that.
So what I suggest is let them work, and then you have a question like in 10 or 15 minutes, you can do another one.
Yeah.
Set it up or do it. Okay? On a pause, okay? Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so on number 8, we had to get our x's over on the left, so we subtracted negative 11 to 10x, which gives us negative x equals negative 5, but can x be negative? You guys said no, so what do I do? What do I divide by to make it positive?
1,
What kind of 1?
negative 1.
Very good, because that cancels the negative out and leaves x equals 5. Okay, all right. Somebody asked me to set up 13, so there's that. Take a quick screenshot, and then I'll set up 13. Okay, all right, moving that one. So 13, whoa, my paper got all blurry. I need my other piece of paper underneath, otherwise Wood on my desk is too hard. Okay. 13. Let me go to 13. Okay, I'm gonna set it up, but I'm not gonna do the problem for you. Does that make sense? Because you guys have the answer at the bottom. So and remember, on these you have to draw it. So get out your handy dandy ruler, or have squirrely lines like I had. Okay, this one's kind of crazy because we have a transversal this way, and we have a transversal this way. Okay, put my little arrows on. Whoa, I guess I didn't have to go that far. Got a little excited. Okay. All right, we have, remember, these arrows are important. Oh, I forgot these. The little arrows on the lines, you can do 1 or 2, it doesn't really matter. But what's important is, the reason they do 2, in this case, I think, is because there's 3 lines. Sorry, noise is happening behind me. Okay. So that tells us they're parallel. That's huge. And then we have 9x minus 2 and 12x plus 14. And it said to solve for the one in bold, which is this one. Okay, so we're solving for that one. Now, we have to solve for x first. What kind of angles are these? Are they congruent, meaning equal to each other, or supplementary, meaning they equal 180?
Supplementary.
Very good. They are supplementary. So that means we need to take 9x minus 2 plus 12x plus 14, because we need to add them together. Oh boy. To get 180. Sorry guys, I'm having trouble writing this morning. Ooh, doggy. Okay, 180. So then we're going to combine like terms. Okay, and then let me highlight my other like terms. Now this is, okay. So we have 9x and 12x, which is going to give us 21x. And then what is, and this is as far as I'll go because I'll get you guys to the point where it's easy. Okay, what is 14 minus 2?
12.
Right. So 21x plus 12 equals 180. Now remember, you're solving for x. So whatever x ends up being, okay, here, you need to take that answer, hold on. Okay, whatever answer you get here, all right, you need to take it over and make 12x plus 14. We don't know what it equals. You're going to put 12 times whatever x is plus 14 equals, and we need to know degrees. Okay? So this goes over here. So, ooh, right there. I didn't go under because you have to do the math. Does that make sense? So I set it up for you here. All right, I'll do the whole thing right there. Take a screenshot. You try the rest because you have the answer for that one. And then I'll set up number 6. Okay. So get that screenshot and then I'll set up for number 6. In fact, I'll start doing 6. Oops, sorry. Okay. Okay. 6 looks like this. we have two parallel lines. You guys notice I'm using graph paper. I know you may not have access to it, but if you can, I found that using graph paper when doing problems and stuff keeps me in line. It just helps. If you don't have it though, no big deal. But if you do, I find it's easier. So, okay. We have our little arrows. And then we have 60 degrees and x plus 64. Okay, there's number 6. All right, how do I set this up? What kind of angles are they? Are they supplementary or congruent? Congruent meaning equal.
Congruent.
That's right. So I'm going to take x plus 64 equals 60. And I'm going to solve for x. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to be a negative number. But that's it. I'm not going to tell you the answer because all you have to do is move 64 over. Did that answer everybody's questions? Let's see. I think so. Okay.
Question. If they're both below 90 degrees, that means they're congruent, correct?
Well, not necessarily. Not necessarily. So in the case of, let's see. In the case of, trying to find an example. There is no example. Well, in the case of 11, okay, notice that 83 degrees is below 90, but 13x minus 7 is not below 90 because those two angles are what to each other?
Supplementary?
Right, so they're not congruent. You have to add them together and make them equal to 180.
Because they're linear pairs.
Yeah,
Both angles
so
are pairs and it's supplementary.
just because they're under 90 does not necessarily mean they're congruent. They might be supplementary to another angle. Does that make sense? And look at the example on number 7. That angle is 123. That's not under 90, but it is equal to x plus 131.
Basically, I think what he meant if both of them are smaller than 90. Devin, is that what you meant, both of them?
Yes.
Okay, typically, but you have to be careful. It's all about understanding their relationship. That's better said. Okay, number 9. Yeah, I'll set it up, but I'm not doing the math. All right. Number 9. Can you look at it? Now again, for these, you have to draw, and it helps you to draw, because then you can see the relationships better. Okay, so then, I know I went a little crazy. I'm all excited I have a ruler now, and my lines are like crazy long. Okay, again, we have this symbol, and that's important. You need to draw that because that tells us, without being told ahead of time, that these two lines are parallel. Okay, and now I have 8x minus 2 and 12x plus, no, I said that wrong. See, there we go again. Being dyslexic is murder. All right, okay, 12
That's
plus 6x. There we go. There we go, there we go. This is why I go through whiteout like there's nothing going on to stop. All right, how do I set this up? Do I make them equal to each other, or do I add them together to equal 180? What do I do? This is a 2, it's just avoidable 2. There. How do I set it up? Somebody tell me. Do I make them equal to each other, or do I add them together to make them equal to 180?
They're equal to each other.
That's right. So I'm going to go 8x minus 2 equals 12 plus 6x. And then this is a couple more steps. You've got to get your x's on one side and your constants on the other side. So I will tell you that x equals, hold on, let me do my math. Seven. I think that's right.
Yeah, that's right. So
Okay, good. So x equals 7. So you do the rest.
yeah,
Oh
like,
yeah, it's an odd number. They have that one.
you have to decide if they're congruent or supplementary. Okay, you have to decide. I'll be right back.
Yeah, and you guys really, you got one of two choices. You're either adding them together to make 180, or you're having them equal to each other. So you just got to look at what Mr. Rivas gave you at the beginning and say, well, you know, what's their relationship? What's their position to each other? You know, if they're on the same line, like if 8x minus 2 is down here, they're a linear pair. So they total 180 together. But if they're alternate interior, okay, then they equal each other.
Yeah, they could give you linear pair or they could give you vertical angles.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Vertical,
That,
across from each other, they're equal. Any questions about that?
yeah, we don't have vertical angles on the prongs, but they could give you vertical angles.
Yeah. So 10. Okay. Yes. I'll set up 10. Okay. The person asked me, I'm going to call you out though. You got to tell me in the chat what I'm supposed to do. Because you need to see how to do this so I know you know how to do it. Okay. Let me get back to my worksheet. Okay. And the line. And the line. Ooh, that one kind of did. I have a transversal. Okay, I have arrows, 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 arrows. Okay, now, remember the things they give you. Oh, interesting, they did double arrow on this one. It doesn't really matter, single arrow, double arrow. It's just telling you it's parallel. That's the key. Oh, it's supposed to be in pen so you can see it. Sorry. 4x plus 8. 3x plus 19. See if I can write it right. Yay. Okay. All right. So let me go back to my chat. All right. What do I do first? Put it in the chat. Oh, this is not part of this. Okay. Should I make them equal to each other or add them up to equal 180? Don't anybody else answer. It's the person who's privately chatting with me is going to tell me. I want to know. You got one or two choices, 50-50. Okay. So that would be, you know, I get that answer. Let me do this and see if this would help you. This is the kind of angles there. Now, do you still stick with that answer? And it's okay if you say yes, it doesn't matter. Do you still think that's what you're going to do? Yes, very good. So sometimes it helps if you color the angles. Okay, what this means is this one's in here and this one's in here. So yes, they're congruent, they're equal to each other. So we're going to make them equal. And then you come down here. This is a two-step because you got to move your x's over and your constants over, okay? And I will tell you that x equals Okay, hold on a second. Yes, 11. I think that's right. Yeah. So X is going to equal 11. So good question. Guys, remember tomorrow is tutoring. I potentially may not be there because I have a student has already reached out to me for help with history of all things. And I help with everything. Well, don't ask me science. I'm science stupid. I own up. I do the best I can, but Google is my friend when it comes to science. You are welcome, dear, whoever, the person that asked me on for 10. But yes, tutoring is tomorrow morning, 7:40. Mr. Rivas usually puts a link in the Google Classroom, so look for that. If I don't have the student reach out to me, I will hop on and join you guys and I can help out. Remember, grades, we have to have them in by Wednesday. So if you happen to submit stuff late, please let us know. Mr. Rivas, I do know some students submitted assignments this weekend for the latest 2. So I'm going to let you grade those because they're pretty intense and I don't want to get them wrong. But if you notice, again, there's something else. If you guys notice that we put in an assignment into Google, into Synergy, like one assignment was out of 40 and all the assignments have been out of 20. So then that gave everybody who did 20 out of 20 half credit because it was 20 out of 40. Please, please don't hesitate to email us. It happens. We're just as trying to figure this out as you guys. So I fixed it. It's now 20 out of 20. So those of you that got 20 out of 20 now have 100% on that assignment, okay? But please let us know when that stuff happens.
Yeah, let us know and we can fix it.
Right. Any other questions?